Hello and welcome to another fun-filled episode of History in the Making. Because a wise man once said to me, at the moment that something happens, it's also becoming history. That's right. That was history.
In the making.
No, I'm history. We're history in the making. So we're gonna go now today. You're joining us at the none other than the historical battleground of Gettysburg. We are at Devil's Den. History in the making. And we're going to tell you about stories of the lives of the soldiers that were here and fought faithfully in the battle, which was a turning point for the North. That's actually historically accurate. I might sound like a moron, but every now and again,
there's a glimmer.
I get a thing. So join with us today as the exciting duo continues to find out history in the making. So now as we look over the battleground, and there's my sister, my partner in crime, to educate the unknown.
Yeah, the unknown.
The unknowing.
So
as we look over, we see many tourists playing on the rocks of Devil's Den, a classic of childhoods everywhere.
Just fucking put your foot right there.
Oh. That's not historically accurate. You going?
Yeah.
Oh. So if you were like me and many others, you may be wondering, how did they do it? How did the soldiers go in these conditions in the hot July sun and navigate through this rough terrain? And I'm going to demonstrate right here what they may have done back in the 1860 whenever. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay.
So first you have to get one leg up. So do that again.
Are you telling me how to do my job now?
Well, you have to explain it to them, or people can't come here and do it themselves.
They would get a leg up. They get a leg up on the people. And they do a little move I like to call the switcheroony. If done correctly, you should still be alive.
If done incorrectly.
Then they do another switcheroo to change direction.
The inchworm. To get a closer.
The inchworm.
This might look easy, but to the untrained soldier, could mean certain death. Like that. That was a good dismount.
And that's how you would live in the Civil War. I think I hit him.
Planking. Gettysburg style. Living history.
But what do you know about the Gettysburg battle?
Well, Chelsea, you being the one living in Gettysburg, I think you should.
A lot of people died.
Oh, okay.
And it smelled really bad. His body's just sat here.
Is that
for days.
historically accurate?
Yeah.
Oh,
I went on a tour once.
okay.
Yeah. Tommy, what do you think?
Just the battle.
Just
Yeah, there were people who fought here. Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Right outside.
like the area.
The area?
Outside?
Gettysburg.
We're outside.
Outskirts of Gettysburg.
Oh,
They live in Littlestown.
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I live in Gettysburg.
The town of Little.
Where are you guys from?
Westminster. The
Yep.
Minster of West. It doesn't work as well. Alright, I can't think of any other questions on the top of my head, so thank you guys for your time
Thank you.
and
problem,
your
thank you.
patriotism. Enjoy your stay here. Rocky Resort. During every war, soldiers learn to take on traits from the surrounding things. And one of the things that they learn is from animals, like camouflage from a chameleon. which I cannot here personally do in my plaid that is bright colors. But one thing that I can demonstrate is that they acquired a trait from none other than the ostrich. And if I can't see you, you can't see me. And this surprisingly kept many troops safe, except for the one that died right here, as this plaque suggests. only feet away from safety. And that's how it was done. As you can clearly see, as these footprints suggest that these were here obviously when the battle took place, and that this was a main route that they would take. Soldiers would walk, maybe 2 by 2, or if they were extremely skinny, maybe 3 by 3, and they would walk, and you can tell from the wear and tear that it has that they maybe took horses on here, and it was a main form. It was a main form of transportation. Walking. Ah, nature. She's a beaut. If you're trained like I am in reading nature, these cracks in the bark actually tell a story, and I'm actually reading this tree as we speak. It's similar to Braille. You just kind of feel the story. It suggested a great battle took place here many years ago. Just fascinating. As you can see over the plains as we overlook the battlefield, there's many. Throughout these battle zones, we see this beautiful thing, and this is what they mainly used in faraway battles. And most people call these cannons, and this is what they would use, and they would shoot giant balls that would project using physics and trajectory, and they would hit the other side and cause damage and maybe death.
Usually death.
Usually death.
Probably death.
Probably death. When we say living history, we're not kidding. This guy is actually frozen in carbonite, and he is still alive and well under this suit of armor. Fences like this always give me the jeepers in my creepers, the jitters in my titters.
Welcome back to Living History. I'm going to read to you now the Army of Northern Virginia, Longstreet's Corps, Hood's Division. It says July 2nd, arrived on the field at about 4 p.m. Advanced against the Union positions. The 4th and 5th Texas joined in the attack on Little Round Top, which continued until dark. The 1st Texas and the 3rd Arkansas attacked and assisted in taking the Devil's Den and Rocky Ridge with a number of prisoners and 3 guns of the 4th New York batteries. And that's how we got the name batteries today.
Are you already filming? Well, as you can see upon yonder hill, yonder way, that's Little Valley. Oh, crap. Look.
This is awkward. I have to get you
This is what we call a wounded soldier.
up on that rock. You have to get in the foreground or it looks weird.
Okay. As you can see modeled before me, many men have lost their lives or close to it. He seems to still have signs of life. Sir, are you okay? He's okay. Many men use caves such as these to hide supplies and weapons and wounded soldiers. Nowadays, many tourists use this location to drink and have sex. Oh. Something flew in my mouth. History. Shocks it down every road.
What? I just splashed a little boy. Go.
Fascinating. These caves, sculpted over many years, it's ridiculous. And to think that I'm literally standing on top of history. So, I could see it, you know, it's like a premonition I have when it comes to history. I just have that little knack, you know. One of the dangers that many soldiers face when hiding out in caves, such as the one I'm lingering right now, is that many dangerous animals also inhabited these caves, such as poisonous snakes and sometimes even bears. And for men to... What is that? Yeah, why was it pivotal? Why was the Gettysburg battle pivotal? You know? you make it up, if anything, because that'll be funny.
The Union Army defeated the Confederates here.
Nice. All right, yeah, that's essentially the thing.
What he said.
Yeah.
Were you a cheater in school?
No, not
I'm kidding.
really. No, I just don't know nothing about Gettysburg.
Oh. Well, you want to try making it up? Because that's also really funny.
People died. Like, one team beat another team.
Team?
Yeah, team. It was like
team,
11 or 12 guys.
Team slavery and...
It's where football came from.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what kind of a game went on here, if you can play by play? You wanna...
You know the game Risk?
Yeah.
Basically what happened.
Okay. Cool. Hello, welcome back. This is the Great Waterway of Gettysburg, and this travels down at the bottom of Devil's Den. And this many of the Confederate soldiers use this to transport their ships and their troops. They came in along this waterway, and right here actually, where it gets really large, this is actually where most of the undocking happened. And they had that convenient wall right there made with concrete and stones that would block them from any threat from the Union up in the high ground. So, as you can see, this was very efficient for the South, but they still lost. Alright, look at this. I found an artifact. That's right, everybody. This rock is an artifact. Right here, this rock, this was here when they fought the war. Odds are, it's still here. Shalom. As you see behind me, this is a Shell gas station. Human ingenuity will never cease to amaze me. Did you know, back during the Civil War, an average horse got 6 miles to the gallon? That's not that great. History in the making. There were many low points in the battle, such as time. Many of the soldiers made useful time playing chess and other such things. These are actually some of the figurines that they used. Checkmate, North, South. One little interesting fact that many people didn't know about Gettysburg is that these were actually the same posts that people would tie their horses to. We've just reamped them to make them time meters. How does that serve you, history buffs? Walk down the road and try to look at some of the stops. All the stores are closed. Apparently the historic battlegrounds are only historic until 7 p.m. History in the making.
Or not.
She's a beaut, isn't she? Some sources say that this bell is actually made from the same materials as the Liberty Bell is. As you can see, it does not have the crack down the shell, like the Liberty Bell. But results are still pending as to see if they are related. Ha! Makes you think, doesn't it?
I don't know about you, but after all this history, I'm pretty tired. This is a bench. History in the making!
A cobblestone past. One of the great historic backgrounds of America. What?